Welcome back. Welcome back in a real way. There's been a recurring lesson echoing in my life for the past couple months. Um, and the phrase is, you don't know what you don't know. And it's a big lesson to digest, and willfully this hits the people it's supposed to hit. Um, the concept behind you don't know what you don't know is that you kind of have to always stay open to different strategies in regard to solving problems. Um, Especially if you're not happy with the results you're getting. If you're satisfied with the results you're getting, then stick to the strategies that you're using. But if you're not satisfied with the results that you're getting, always keep in mind you don't know what you don't know. So if there's a place or a resource that you can get additional information from, you should utilize that resource. And there's a place where this phrase, this lesson usually fits, and it comes about often these days because I notice a lot of people seem to think when they run into issues they should stop and remove themselves from the game, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have some people who might be having trouble in the dating sphere. However, instead of changing their approach or their perspective in the dating sphere, they get frustrated and they'll stop dating altogether. You know, they might be trying their hand in a business aspect, and every method that they've tried hasn't really served to their benefit. So they'll just stop and exit, as opposed to reaching out to a different resource in order to try or learn a different strategy that may ensure the outcome that they're looking for. I don't know if it's an ego thing. Like, when I hear, I don't know. Like, when I hear other people's viewpoints and they give me suggestions or they're requesting certain things from me, I don't just refuse it. I'll tell them why I think it won't work, or if I've tried it before. If I haven't tried it before, then I'll try it. And if the result is the same, then we need to try something, or I'll need to try something else. If it's it's on me, the onus is on me. However, you can't say that you're trying everything unless you're literally trying everything. You understand? So, you getting frustrated with your limited knowledge in a realm that is brand new to you, because you always got to keep in mind this life is new. There's no manual to what we're doing here. There's no guaranteed method to success in the areas of love and life and in these things that, as human beings we're pursuing. So your frustrations are understood, but you kind of got to reel them back. You can't really be beating yourself up for not knowing something you weren't supposed to know. You know what I mean? Like, none of us are supposed to know. The process of learning, the process of living is learning. So don't get that frustrated. Don't get so frustrated in the process of life as if you know better. You know what I'm saying? You don't know better. You're learning better. But and even for the things that people have taught you before, the lessons that they gave you before, they or the experiences that some people might have had prior to you, in which imbued them with certain wisdom and things of that nature. Those things may not be applicable right now. We're in a different time, you know. Not to mention we're different people. So what worked for you, I might have a method, you know, of succeeding in a particular realm or a particular field that might only be good for me because of my personality, because of my character, and because of my qualities, you know. So I can't really give you advice per se. However, I can give you another perspective, and maybe if it's a perspective, or maybe I can give you another strategy, you know. If it's another perspective or strategy that you haven't considered yet, it might be able to add on to you. That's why we build. That's why I put these videos out. This is us building. You know what I'm saying? When I stumble across something in life and I'm bumping my head and then I get a gem or a jewel out of it, I bring it to y'all so that y'all may not have to bump your head as many times as I have. You know what I'm saying? Hov did that. So maybe you won't have to go through that. Right? That's what we do. We build. Build is build. But yeah, you don't know what you don't know. And that's as simple as it sounds. It's a very eloquent, profound statement. And as long as we hold on to it, I think we will stay fresh and new in mind and heart, so that we can always be flexible, always be swift and changeable in regard to adversity when it comes to face us, you know. Yeah, you don't know what you don't know. Like you've heard some people say there are known knowns, there are known unknowns, and there are unknown unknowns. You can't factor in for the things that you don't know exist, you know. So with that said, there are resources that you can tap into. Like sometimes if you're in a bind, there's nothing wrong with, you know, especially if it's dealing with a traumatic situation, there's nothing wrong with going to a therapist. Therapists tend to have strategies of how to reassess and audit situations that you may not be privy to, as opposed to, you know, dealing with the stigma that some people have in regard to therapy, you know, because nobody wants to feel like, oh, you know, I don't want to go to therapy because I ain't crazy. That has nothing to do with it. When you need help with your health, you go to a doctor, right? If your car needs help, you go to a mechanic, right? So this is maintenance. This is upkeep. These are ways to prevent problems in the future. Why wouldn't you want to do that for yourself, especially for your mind and your emotions? You know, we have to utilize whatever resources are available because we at war, baby boy, baby girl. Like, we out here. You know what I'm saying? So anything that's available to us, man, we need to really take advantage of it. Yeah, but keep that in mind, man. You don't know what you don't know. Don't be so quick to just respond to suggestions defensively. Always stay open. Always stay with the mind, you know, of trying to solve the issue. And the only way you can always keep a mind to solve the issue is to stay, you know, receptive to the things that you may not know. Because if you had it, like, you can't say what will or won't work because your way hasn't worked yet. So it's obviously you're doing something wrong. Your way ain't working. It's okay to try a different person's way. Make it your own. You know, that's what we're here for. 360 degrees to a cipher. I'm watching your back and you watching mine. I love you. Peace.